Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as 3 reasons why the Bitcoin price is showing strength this week. Not only that, but the Bitcoin hash rate just broke out to yet another all-time high. Send it. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin ETFs lead to record miner reserve, Bitcoin outflows, and BlackRock and Fidelity now officially own a combined 138,489 Bitcoin worth $5.9 billion just for their spot Bitcoin ETFs. We'll also be discussing Prosecutors accuse Craig Wright, aka Fake Toshi, of industrial scale forgery before the High Court, as well as 3 Bitcoin price forecasts calling for new all-time highs this year in 2024. We're also going to be discussing substitution of gold for Bitcoin is now underway. According to Cathie Wood, I'll be sharing the latest from the greatest. We'll also be discussing the U.S. government will seize all Bitcoin ETF BTC. Quoting the High Priest Max Keiser here, you are not protected against government seizure, and the U.S. government plans to seize all Bitcoin ETF Bitcoin in the interest of national security. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market, fam. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Now, welcome, fam. What it do? Welcome to everyone in that live stream. Pump the likes to help pump the stream. Always appreciate it. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. We are pumping. Bitcoin up roughly 700 on the day, maintaining above 43,100 at the time of the live. What up, Marcus? What up, Corey? What up, Knox Bill? What up, Casey? What up, Jason? Bring on the pump, he says. Hope everyone's having a great old time, a better day than I am. I just had a, what does it say? BMW. I was selling to buy more Bitcoin. The motor started knocking. Damn, sorry to hear that, family. Selling my Jeep to buy more Bitcoin. You guys are awesome. You guys know what's going to happen. Bitcoin halving roughly 2 months out, family. I believe in Bitcoin. That's what's up, Nancy. Good to see you. Jennifer Conkright, Nipsey, where's the signals? Let's see if he gives us some signals here today in the show. Good to see you, K-Jam. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Casey says, what I sold, my gold for Bitcoin, I don't want it back. Smart man. Peter Schiff can have all the gold. We'll keep all the biddies here. Sandman Church is in session. Preach it, my brother. Appreciate that, family. And we live. You already know that. Let's get it. Off the wall, family. What it do? I heard you, Lima Charlie. That's what's up. Corona Free Radio, loud and clear. Fairgrounds, JV, watching from Cornwall, England. Shout out to my UK fam. Robbie Kaiser, what up, JV? What up, fam? DJ Johnny, good to see you guys. Loud and clear, says Jory. Drone, Kuz Dog, what up, fam? Hey, brother, I am back at work making onion rings. Word at A&W, Mill Bay, BC. Is that British Columbia, family? You got to do what you got to do, DNA. Jason, your Bitcoin isn't safe. Qatar is about to invest next week. Yada, yada, yada. Jason, pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Actually, I do.
Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up.
So you already know. What up, Paul Williams? Good to see you, family. Jennifer, loud and clear. Good to note. Skins, I already sold 2 of my investment properties to buy more Bitcoin. All in. Shout out, Skins. That's what's up. Hey. You guys are funny. Just came back from the gym and now the daily news. Let's get it. That's right. You just had a pump at the gym. Now let's have a Bitcoin price pump. Send it to 44,000 during today's stream. Pump the like. Let's make it happen. Shaquila, Bitcoin 38 G's, baby. I don't know. I think we're more likely to pump north, but that's very possible if we do correct and break back under 40,000, considering we were just in a range of like, what was it, 38 to 49,000, $11,000 range within a couple of weeks. Expect more volatility, as I've been talking about virtually every day as we get nearer to the halving. Monero on the rise again, maybe? No, actually Monero, I saw an article headline, hit a 5-month low, and it's going to be delisted from Binance. So it seems the regulators target the privacy coins for obvious reasons. So not a good look for Monero right now. Thank God for your 9 p.m. repeat. I appreciate that, Maystar. For those that don't know, we do the live stream either in the morning or in the day. It's typically 90 minutes to 2 hours. And then we edit the 2-hour stream and condense it into 30 minutes, and we premiere it in the evenings exclusively on YouTube. So appreciate that feedback. JV, glad you're back on. Appreciate that, Chief. Don't you know, pump it up? Yeah, sure do. Oh my God, miss A&W Burgers and onion rings. Took out home equity line of credit to buy more Bitcoin a few months back. That's what's up, Carl. It seems you guys are all in on the king. Love to hear it. Music to my ears, family. Smash the likes. Thank you, Serge. You took the words right out of my mouth. You guys hear from Sailor? You know, it was his birthday the other day. And speaking of the Giga Chad.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Boom. There you have it. Kevin Tyler, what it do? JV the man. Mooncat here. Hodler, formerly known as Kevin KT Tyler. Let's rock. Cheers, Kevin. Appreciate you, bro. Plan B said we shouldn't go below 40. That's right. He said we may never drop below 38,000 ever again, I believe, K-Jam. Appreciate you sharing. Go Will Smith the like button. You already know. Bitcoin is old but cool. 15-year bull run, family, for the king. And we're just getting started in this piece. K-Jam, you already know, right? That's what's up. But anyways, family, let's kick it off with the show. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day. Just like this. Also important to pump the likes. It helps pump the stream, get more eyeballs. Here, my goal is to get to 100,000 subs alongside the Bitcoin price action this year. That 100K milestone so we can have our 100K fiesta. Let's get it. Now, today is pod episode number, 1500 and let me confirm 43. That is correct. Pod episode 1543. I'm your host JV and today is February 6th, 2024. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Give me one sec. Here we go. You can see Bitcoin back in the green along with the top alts hovering above 43,100, up 1.5. We have Ether trading just below 2,400, up 4% on the day. We also have BNB, Solana, Uni, and yeah, all the major cryptos in the green. You got to love that. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. We're currently sitting at a 1.66 trillion market cap with 44 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance back on the decline at 51% even. Can you say 51% attack against the alts? We also have Ether currently at 17.3% back on the climb. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we have Dimension up a whopping 50%, trading just shy of $6, followed by ENS up roughly 11%, trading at $22.38, followed by Optimism up 8%, trading at $3.32. Below that, we have Pendle, Arbitrum, Uniswap, Hedera, IOTA, Synthetics, Lido, DAO, Graph, and Polygon Matic. Now, which altcoins are you most bullish on for this particular bull run 2024, 2025? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles for a visual perspective on the market for the day. You got DYM, up 46%. You got Monero down 35%. And as I mentioned earlier, Monero just hit a 5-month low. And I also heard news Binance will soon be delisting XMR/Monero. So not a good look for that privacy coin, unfortunately. We also have some of the gainers. ENS, Tau is up 12%. We got ETH up 4% and OP up over 8%. You down with OPP? Let me know. Now, checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 64 in greed. Yesterday, 60. Last week, 61. And last month, a 71 in greed. And checking out the Bitcoin halving countdown clock. We only have 71 days, family. That's like virtually 2 months and 11 days until the biggest event in crypto for the past 4 years. It's scheduled to take place on April 17th. If you're pretty ecstatic for the halving, holla at your boy. Let me know in the comments. And before we dive into some Q&A and discuss the 3 reasons why the Bitcoin price is showing strength this week, first let's check the comments. As opposed to other assets, even if the low is only around 38,000, the Bitcoin versus the low risk long term, just sit back and relax. My sentiment precisely, Paul Williams. You're a smart man. Izzy1, what it do? Kerry Watts, British Hodl, posted on Twitter that the ETF is better way to go in order to be able to leverage on our Bitcoin later when it pumps. In comparison to what? Clearly, the king choice, meaning the supreme choice, is always going to be self-custody. So I don't know what you're comparing the Bitcoin ETF to, because ultimately all that Bitcoin in the ETF, that Coinbase is custodian for BlackRock, could hypothetically be snatched. You know what I mean? Ultimately seized by the US authorities. That's actually our main story of the day. We're going to be discussing why that is, according to the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, but stick around. That'll be later in the show. Phil says, US told Binance, you better delist Monero. Pretty much. because they don't like privacy coins. Clearly, the regulators hate them for obvious reasons. Where's Melda at? Melda here. K-Jam, what up? Casey, yeah, you know me. Classic. I told Binance you better do, yeah, 100%. Hash it up. I am hoping they add 24-hour trading to the ETFs. That would be interesting because I would imagine they close on regular market closing hours, just like the rest of Wall Street, Monday through Friday kind of dealio, whereas Bitcoin and crypto never sleeps. Team no sleep, where you at? Wives Field Green UK. So are there a lot of wives in that field there in the UK? May 5-star agrees. That's what's up. Yes, we need to hash it up. The hash rate just hit another all-time high as well. Trezor, baby. Trezor. Yeah, Trezors are dope. Definitely a great little wallet you can pick up for $60. Self-custody your Bitcoin so that you actually own it. If it's not in your possession, you don't really own it. And if someone else controls your private keys, such as an exchange, not your keys, not your coins, not your keys, not your cheese, brother, please. My Blue Star should have upgraded weeks ago, JV. I'm not in control of it. It's a YouTube thing. I don't know why it didn't upgrade, and he's referring to his badge next to his name. All members of the channel get a badge. In your first 30 days, it's supposed to be dark blue. Next 30 days, month 2, it should be light blue. The third month, which we just got into for the memberships, we launched roughly 2.5, 3 months ago. Then it turns green, and then every month it's going to be a subsequent change of color so we can recognize the loyalty here with the fam. And I appreciate all the support. So shout out to all the members, HODL Gang, MicroStrategy, Satoshi Level, and what else we got there? Grayscale. I love that crypto doesn't stop trading. Precisely. That's what makes it so unique. Having on 420... let's go. Send it, man. No wife, free man. Jock. Just got the Trezor Safe 3. That's what's up. V good. Good to note. JV, I can see the future, and Bitcoin is going to be 38,000 tomorrow. Now, if you call that, Shaquila, and you're actually correct, much respect, but I doubt it. JV, I can see the future. I don't know, man. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, I was going to say my wallet is air gap. That's what's up, K-Jam. You have wallets out there such as the Cold Card, and there's a few others, which has air gap technology, which makes them the securest cold storage wallets because they never touch the internet and they never touch your computer. And you could actually send and receive transactions. It's pretty lit. So thank you for sharing, family. Mr. Matt Cool, what it do? Welcome to the pod. Pump the likes to help pump that stream. Volatility feels super weird lately. Just feels like it's getting crazy. Feels off. You feeling the difference? No. Every time as we get closer and closer to the halving, expect mass volatility to the upside, to the downside, and everywhere in between, sideways. You know what I mean? Nothing new under the sun. Blockstream Jade. Yeah, that's a good wallet as well. Ellie Pal's another. Shaquila Nostradamus. Right, Jose? For real, for real. Do any people think we aren't going lower than 42 anymore? I'd say 40 seems like the new 20. What are your thoughts? Let me know. 420 halving. Let's go, Johnny Lee. I'll get one someday, says Cryptolution. Which you referring to there, fam? Hey, JV. What up, McLovin? Bought a few more sats. Music to my ears. Today at the bottom. Man, Jennifer be buying the dip every single day. Much respect. I love that. Smash the like. Pump it. Let's go. Chainlink 100 says Chief Santana. How does the air gap work? Is it a Bluetooth? No. I don't know how to explain how it works, but it's somehow you're able to send and receive transactions without ever connecting it because there's a little card in the device, and then the wallet itself is never touching the internet or the computer, but it's something to do with you could take out the card and do something somehow, some way, like magic. Magic internet money after all, Casey. But you can look that up. Just go to YouTube, type in air gap technology and any of the wallets that support that. You'll see what we're talking about. Air gap uses QR codes, says K-Jam. Below 38,000, highly unlikely. I agree with that. But Nance, lady is trying some ish. Yeah, always. She's an enemy of Bitcoin, controlled by enemies of Bitcoin. The halving is around the corner. Expect the unexpected. Max Payne. You got that right, Jennifer. Shout out Samson Mao. Max Payne theory. Do you guys use multiple wallets hidden in various places? Don't answer that, family. Use your imagination. I think the more crypto someone would have accumulated, the more likely they are to have multiple wallets stored in different places. But that's just speculation, family. It's called a partially signed Bitcoin transaction. Thank you for that, Johnny Rico. PSBT. When is the government season at all? tomorrow. No, they're going to let BlackRock, I mean, they already collectively, what I say, the top 2 asset managers already have 173,000 Bitcoin-ish. They're going to let them collect millions. And then I think in the name of national security, we're going to take those biddies and here's the CBDC equivalent. Anything can happen. Wow, JV's the tech master. I wish. No pain, no gain in this rap game. You got that right, Robbie. In the crypto game as well. Who cares if we go down tomorrow to go back? Yeah, 1 Bitcoin will always be equivalent to 1 Bitcoin. Nobody can change that. So chillax and let's get it. But anyways, fam, let's dive into our Bitcoin technical analysis now that we did our market watch and check out some of the charts of where the Bitcoin price is likely to go next. The headline reads 3 reasons why the Bitcoin price showing strength this week. And first, I just want to point out, check this out. Breaking new record, Bitcoin hash rate, 560 quintillion exahashes per second. Correct me if I'm not saying this crazy number wrong or correct, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 freaking commas. Look at that. Wow, parabolic rise on the hash, man. This is insane. Quick shout out to Casey Gates. Appreciate you gifting 5 MicroStrategy memberships to the channel. Congratulations to Silas, Lewis, Corey Loomis, we have Johnny Rico, and Creeper420. You've all been blessed with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel, so you have to show Casey some serious love. He just hooked y'all up. So congratulations, family. We appreciate the support, and thank you, Casey. You're the man. Appreciate that, sincerely. So yeah, hash rate continues, hitting new all-time highs. And as Max says, the Bitcoin price follows the hash rate. So when the technicals are this strong, definitely a good sign. Bitcoin registers 702 million in inflows. Check it out. CoinShares, according to the report, Bitcoin investment products recorded 99% of all the inflows. Bitcoin welcomed 703 million in inflows, bringing the total global assets under management to $53 billion. Additionally, Grayscale's GBTC ETF outflows continues to slow down, but on the other hand, short Bitcoin investment vehicles, which make money on declining prices, witnessed minor outflows. This coincides with the reversal of the negative sentiment. It is important to note that the Bitcoin investment products faced an outflow of over 500 million at the end of January, and this is aggressive GBTC selling, which may have played a role in the market correction, clearly. Now, I mean, next up, Bitcoin miner reserves are increasing. Check out this chart. Shows you the Bitcoin miner reserve for all the miners. Bitcoin miners were on a selling spree towards the end of January. The miner net flow total on February 1st was negative 13,542 BTC. The metric measures the difference between coins flowing into and out of the exchanges. A negative number indicates a drop in miner reserves. However, over the past 24 hours, more than 2,400 BTC had been added to the miner's reserve. An increase in reserve means selling pressure from this cohort of market participants, which is currently fading. However, the miner's position index is still above 1, which means on a 1-year average, miners are moderately selling right now. If miner reserves continue to rise over the next few weeks, the MPI index will undergo a decline. An MPI index below 1 indicates the miners are moderately holding. Next up, the Bitcoin fees rise 35% in a week. That's right. The increase in on-chain revenue during a consolidating market is a sign of network demand. And according to blockchain analytics provider Token Terminal, Bitcoin fees generated over the past week are up 35.71%. As you can see here on your screen, an increasing utilization of the Bitcoin network can lead to user base expansion. These metrics collectively improve the user base. The price tends to follow the positive route. Now, if the fees are increasing, it means there is a willingness from the users to pay a higher amount to be included in that next block. The current market dynamic indicates that narrative, which might generate positive momentum for the Bitcoin in the charts. Next up, Bitcoin price reclaims the 50 exponential moving average. Let's go. As you can see on the daily chart, Bitcoin's immediate resistance is around 44,500. We're not too far out, family, about a G away. Now, while Bitcoin dropped down to 38.5 support January 23rd, it immediately recovered a position above its 50 exponential moving average. While the highest overhead resistance is positioned to Bitcoin swing high at 49,100, which is the current high for approximately the past 23 months. So virtually 2 years, family. And shout out to Denny Howard. I appreciate you supporting the channel by becoming a MicroStrategy member. Much love to Denny. Appreciate that. Now, yeah, let's get back to the chat here, family. So very interesting. I mean, Bitcoin's holding above 43,000. We're still up 700 on the day. We have a Bitcoin halving approximately only 2 months out now. I think it's going to come before you know it. And I think the price action is likely to continue pump north, but we will have continued mass volatility and swings to the up and downside. So I wouldn't be trading with leverage at a time like this. So be very careful out there. You don't want to get wrecked. You know what I mean? Because typically every halving is extreme volatility. Yeah, welcome family. Appreciate all the new members. Appreciate all the new subscribers and everyone just finding the channel. This is the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Hands down because of you guys. People like Denny supporting the channel. People like Casey gifting out memberships. You know what I mean? It's the community that makes the show what it is. So greatly appreciate all the support, all the interaction. The greatest thing you can do to help support the movement is just interact with us live and in the flesh. Shout out to Morgan Powell. It says bigger gains, Link versus Near Protocol. Wow, that's a good question, family. I am bullish on Link. I know what it's capable of. I recall the previous bull market, what it did, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we were near $50 a coin there. Near, I'm bullish on, but which one will outperform the other? It's a good question. What do you guys think? If I was to pick, I'd say Link, but hey, I could absolutely be wrong. So don't take that as fact because I can't predict the future. I'm just a podcaster at the end of the day, right? But I'm willing to speak my opinion, and there you have it. Halving equals volatility, pretty much. And volatility equals life force. Bitcoin will reclaim everything eventually, 110% above and beyond. Not only will we reclaim 69 Gs, we will enter price discovery mode. We will hit 6 figures, and eventually we'll hit 7 figures. Eventually, we'll hit 8 figures, and eventually one day, mark my words, while JV is still alive and you guys are alive, we're going to hit 9 figures, 100 million per coin, and nobody can stop that. That's why the powers that be like Binance, Janet Yellen is so freaking out because her masters are like, oh my God, we got to stop this now before it gets out of control, right? You already know. Shout out Dan Nolan. Appreciate the sub, family. How do you shield your wallets from electromagnetic pulses? I forget the technology, but they sell a device for that. It's a type of thing. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I always say it wrong, but you guys let me know in the chat. But you can buy one probably like for $30 on Amazon, and then you can put your wallets in it and you can roll it up, put it somewhere, and you're protected in case there was some electromagnetic craziness that occurred. So definitely protect your stuff out there. There you go. Faraday pouches. That's correct. Thank you. And cages to protect your stuff from EMP fam. Thank you, Casey. 100% with that. I'd highly recommend it. EMP bags on Amazon. Very inexpensive. Gary is hiding. Where is Mr. Gensler? He usually makes a surprise visit every episode and comes on. You know what I mean? Gives us some insights. No Claire Gare. You got that right. Thank you, Cool Cat. Faraday bags. 100%. The tinfoil works just as good. Just note, yeah, actually tinfoil does reflect it, and not even exaggerating. I've researched that. So interesting. The poor man's Faraday cage would just be some tinfoil. Just don't wear the tinfoil hat because the tinfoil, aluminum is poisonous. If you didn't know, now you know. Don't cook with it either. EMF shield, we sell them. Nice. Oh, snap. You actually sell that stuff. Shout out to Spycraft. Drop your link in there. I'll support you guys. Buy the EMF shields from Spycraft. Feel free to drop your link in the description, family. We appreciate it. I shield my wallet with tinfoil. Figures, Gary. I mean, I'd expect nothing less from Mr. Gensler. Mad love from Portugal. Shout out Portugal. Are we going to get crypto adoption in Portugal? Any talks from the government there? Adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender? I already know some say Portugal is a tax haven. Is that accurate? I met some people at an event. And they're like, yo, we live in Portugal. We pay 0 taxes on crypto. I'm like, what? Really? And like, yeah, but it won't last long. And they were telling me all this stuff. And it was very intriguing, but I don't know, what's real, what's not. Saudi and Qatar are still waiting for BlackRock to accumulate out of respect before buying. Yeah, it's a respect thing. They're giving Mr. Fink the first mover's advantage. I believe that Tangem cards are EMP resist. What? That's what's up. Shout out to Tangem. That's pretty crazy. Awesome, if that's true. Keep it in the microwave. No, hell no. What if your kid or someone accidentally comes over, boop, boop, clicks the button, and then fries your wallet? That's not a good look. Anyways, pump the likes, pump the stream. We appreciate it, family. But we're going to dive into our next story of the day. I still got a lot to cover before it gets dark because I started the show a little late today. Yeah. Anyways, let's discuss some of these ETF inflows, outflows, and Bitcoin reserves. Here you go. The launch of the Bitcoin ETFs in the US has directly influenced miners' Bitcoin reserves, with more than 1 billion of Bitcoin flowing from miner wallets to exchanges in the first 48 hours of trading. That's right. According to the latest Bitfinex Alpha Market report, reflecting the on-chain data, the second day of trading of Bitcoin ETFs, January 12th, saw a significant increase in Bitcoin miners' outflow to the exchanges. And citing data from Glassnode, the report highlights over $1 billion of Bitcoin being sent to the exchanges from miner-associated wallets on the same day, marking a 6-year high in miner outflow. And February 1st also saw another significant amount of Bitcoin moving out of the miner wallets, with 13,500 Bitcoin being sent to the exchanges. The report also noted that around 10,000 BTC was sent back to miner wallets on February 2nd, suggesting activity could be also attributed to specific mining companies, which are rebalancing their wallets. Bitfinex analysts suggest a net outflow of 3,500 BTC over a single day, marking the highest value of the metric observed since May of 2023, as you can see in the chart showing you the Bitcoin miner net flow total, and this includes all the miners. The report adds that the on-chain data reflecting the flow of Bitcoin from the miner wallets has been predominantly negative. Since the approval of the Bitcoin ETFs in the US, Crypto Quant data estimates that the net outflows from the miners to be approximately 10,200 BTC. And the factors influencing the Bitcoin outflows from the miner wallets are multifaceted. The report cites the need for operational liquidity for the miners, as well as varying responses to market conditions and adjustments following the approval of the Bitcoin ETFs. The analyst adds that some miners may have also looked to capitalize on the price surge weeks before the ETFs were approved, quoting the report here. This substantial transfer of Bitcoin from the miners to the exchanges reflects the miners' response to market conditions and potentially their need to liquidate holdings for operational expenses or risk management. And while the miners were observed moving the Bitcoin from wallets post-Bitcoin ETF approvals, on-chain data suggests that long-term Bitcoin investors are holding assets and are reluctant to sell at the current market prices. That's what's up. Where my long-term hodlers at? Say diamond hands in that chat. And referring to the supply last active metric, the analysts highlight a decline in supply last active within 1 year and 2 year time horizons. This activity has been directly associated with the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, with dormant Bitcoin holdings having been sold or swapped into other Bitcoin ETFs, as shared here. The result being a noteworthy volume of BTC, which has been dormant for an extended period and has begun to circulate in the recent weeks. The report also notes that the movement of the older Bitcoin supply is a notable indicator of the market behavior, reflecting changing sentiments and strategies of investors that are responding to the Bitcoin ETFs or reassessing positions in response to current market conditions. The analysts maintain that a significant majority of the Bitcoin supply continues to be tightly held. That's what's up. My long-term hodlers know what's up. The trend of holding amongst long-term investors reflects a continued belief in the future appreciation of Bitcoin. I mean, you got to be crazy to be selling right now. Check out what the smart money is doing. BlackRock and Fidelity. BlackRock being a $10 trillion asset manager, the largest in the world, and Fidelity, one of the largest, own a combined 138,489 BTC, worth $5.9 billion just for their spot Bitcoin ETFs. What'd it take them, family? Like, what has it been? 3 weeks? Less than 4 weeks? They now have over 138,000 Bitcoin. And guess who's coming for all that Bitcoin? That's going to be our feature story of the day, the US government. You already know, fam, it's a rigged game out there. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but let me check these comments again. Diamond Hand says Carl Mueller. Love it. Hey, catching you while I'm in Mexico City. Shout out Barack. I'm actually going to be visiting my friend in Mexico soon, in Cozumel. So how long you out there in Mexico, and are you on vacation? What's up? I appreciate that super. Very kind of you, Barack. And shout out to Mr. Barack Monfils Evangelista. He must have probably gifted, hands down, over 100 memberships on the channel solo by himself. Solo feathers, family. So much respect. Diamond Hands, says K-Jam. Love it. Supply shock and FOMO will play a big part of the price action. Peter says, double black Diamond Hands. Whoop, whoop. Thoughts of MicroStrategy earnings call in an hour. Does it usually have an impact on the price? Good question. I don't really know. But that'll be interesting to see their earnings. When it hits $1 million, it will no longer be the people's money. So seize the moment, right, Emilio? In Portugal, if you don't pay taxes on your crypto as long as you prove you have held it for more than a year. Wow, I like that law. So it encourages the diamond hands. It encourages the hodlers. It encourages you not to sell because you're going to hold it for at least 1 year, not to pay any crazy taxes. So pretty smart. I like that. Imagine if Biden did the same. You know he never would. JV, are you buying any ETFs? Oh, hell no. I don't trust government. I don't trust BlackRock. I don't trust ETFs. I don't trust anything except Bitcoin at this point in my life and Nipsey and family. That's it. So no, I'm not, there's no logical reason for me to own Bitcoin through an ETF. Why? So the government can seize it later? Because why have I done so many shows with this title that the government is going to seize all the Bitcoin ETF? I'm trying to warn you because I actually believe that's going to happen. That's why, right? That's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to warn you guys and prepare you guys to expect the unexpected. We live in a very corrupt society. Hopefully I don't need to explain that. Wayne, today I heard that 900 Bitcoin are mined per day and retail people like us are buying 700 Bitcoin per day. Wow. If so, can you imagine the supply crunch coming with the ETFs also buying 1,000? Exactly. Already, as we covered, I think a couple episodes ago, I broke down the math. And right now, the current mine, the miners receiving the rewards, the ETFs are buying up 10 times that amount. And in a halving in 2 months, roughly, it's going to be 20x that amount. And that didn't even entail the retail and the sovereign wealth funds and the nation state adoption. Like game theory is going to get very real in 2024, family. KJam says facts, 1932. That's right. You referring to the Gold Seizure Act? Was that 1932, 1933? I forget. Trust me, bro. Cheers, Adam. Send out the Shaolin Master, Mr. Shaolin Master.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup.
You hear that? You put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. You put Bitcoin in the treasure, it becomes the treasure.
You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow.
Now Bitcoin can flow or it can crash.
Or it can crash.
Be Bitcoin, my friend.
Water, my friend.
There you go. Barack 1 mil quickly. Max Payne, send it. Why would you buy Bitcoin on an ETF? Makes no sense. Correct. The only logical reasons I can think of, if your capital was tied up in like a 401k, and it's better to have some Bitcoin exposure through that versus nothing because you're unable to cash it out and actually hold the underlying asset. So there are circumstances where the ETFs make sense, of course, but for the average pleb, nah, hell no. I wouldn't bother. Max says 220,000 in play, but that was for 2022. Doesn't it become water in a cup? Yes, it does. Water becomes the cup. I FOMO'd into Bitcoin when I didn't know better. Good. Now you know to continue to FOMO into Bitcoin as you know better. Look, Nipsey's in here. Nip, is there a signal? Nipsey, come over here. Say hi to the people. Nipsey, any signals? You see his handkerchief? Oh, man, it's hard to see with the camera. Hold on. Oh, man. Hard to see here. He has a handkerchief. It's cute. It's hard to see. My mic kind of blocks the view. But we're seeing if Nipsey gives us any signals. Holla at Nipsey in the chat, family. Friends don't let friends buy paper Bitcoin. Precisely. We know better than that. 100%. ETFs don't go boating. Breaking possible Mark 65 bomb found in Hernando County, Florida. No. I used to do appraise. Look at Nipsey going wild. Maybe that's the buy signal. But I probably appraised hundreds of homes in Hernando County. That's like Spring Hill, Brooksville area. Very familiar with it. Wow. Are you for real, JB? That's crazy. May 5-star, JB is on point. Truly enjoy the show. Love Nipsey too. Yeah, we got the best mascot. Hands down. No questions asked. Appreciate that super. Thank you for your support, family. Props to Nip Nip. I FOMO'd into Bitcoin every day. Can't get enough sats. That's what's up. I bought high, JB, wrong time. It's all good. You may have bought higher than the current price, but that is nothing wrong with that. You just hodl, and the time will come and you'll be in the green. Bitcoin eventually will be $1 million, and you'll be looking back, wow, I can't believe I was worried that I paid a little more than the current price action back on that pod with JV, because now I'm laughing all the way to not the bank, because we won't be using banks. I'm laughing all the way to Bitcoin City, if you know what I mean. Gonna have one hell of a boating accident at that 100K Fiesta. Yeah, we're just gonna rent a yacht, probably, yacht party, and we'll just have one big accident. We'll hit an iceberg or something. We'll make sure there's plenty of insurance, stuff like that. Whatever we got to do. I just bought 500 shares of ARKB. Complicated reasons. I feel you, Silas. No need to explain why. You got to do what you got to do. Shout out to Cathie Wood, by the way. How's the earning for MicroStrategy? I think they said in 1 hour they're launching the report. Right now it's 4:06 p.m. Eastern. It's 5:06 here in Puerto Rico. I got about another hour of daylight. Diversify. Stupid to invest only into crypto, says Adam. Well, what are some of the other assets that you could suggest investing into?
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point
Nice. You got the American flag bandana for Rex. Cheers, fam.
is if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Pretty much. But anyways, we still got a lot to share. Let's discuss the latest with the fake Toshi Craig Wright case, which is breaking news right here. Headline reads, prosecutors accuse Mr. Craig Wright of industrial scale forgery before the high court. The self-styled Bitcoin creator, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, Craig Wright, appeared in court on Monday to face the well-funded prosecutors seeking to prove that the computer scientist is not, in fact, Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, does anyone here actually ever believe that? I'm curious. The legal battle is widely expected to bring an end to reoccurring lawsuits launched by Wright against the crypto community. To me, it's one big attack on Bitcoin, and it was all orchestrated. And we've discussed this in previous episodes. But anyways, the first day of the trial features skeleton arguments from both prosecutors and Wright before the scientist's lawyers present his full case on Tuesday. Is that today, right? His opposition in the Crypto Open Patent Alliance, COPA, a group backed by both Meta, formerly Facebook, Block, and the payments firm spearheaded by Bitcoin enthusiasts, Jack Dorsey. It says, CWS, that's Craig Wright's conduct is deadly serious, argued COPA in the London High Court before Justice Edwards James Mellor. He had terrorized bloggers who dispute his claim. This is done with the backing of Calvin. Now, according to Max Keiser, Calvin is the man pulling the strings of Craig Wright and the mastermind behind him. And again, if you missed that episode, we covered this. You may want to check that out. Alluding to the popular tech billionaire who owns a large stake in the major block producer for the Wright-inspired blockchain, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, the prosecution accused Wright of creating an elaborate false narrative, preach, about his identity, preach, using forgery on an industrial scale, preach, while being unable to produce any reliable documents to support his claims. Preach. For example, I feel like a pastor. For example, while Wright has claimed to own LaTeX files that he alleges were the original Bitcoin white paper, evidence suggests he was still applying edits to those documents as of late December 2023. Fraudster. His internet search history at the time also showed that he Googled whether the Bitcoin white paper was written in LaTeX. Now, Wright's defense. In their opening statement, Wright's legal team countered that Wright has a steep educational background in finance and cryptography and philosophical tenets required to be Satoshi. Furthermore, nobody else had come forward with serious claims to be Satoshi, thus supporting Wright's claim. The intro arguments from Wright were largely criticized by the online spectators, as they should. I've been reluctant to use the doctor title for Craig Wright. But with the sheer amount of doctored evidence, oh, that's a good one, being presented by COPA, I'm about to change my mind. And Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyfarth also found the extent of the lies and forgeries from Wright to be borderline unbelievable. The trial is expected to conclude next month before a decision in writing is granted at a later date. What do you think the outcome of the trial will likely be, family? Please do let me know. We're going to read some more comments here. Fake Toshi and what is that? Foxahontas should get together. Yes, Max is a provocateur. Man, you guys are using big words today. Provocateur. And sometimes funny as what? Yeah, Max is hilarious. Max, you know his background in stand-up comedy? I shared a clip. It's like in black and white. It's like young Max, probably in his late teens or early 20s, I don't know. But it's him on stage with Jerry Seinfeld. And Johnny, Johnny Drama from must be on my mind from Entourage, but no. But anyways, is Jerry Seinfeld actually introducing like Max at a comedy club as an up and coming comic? So Max is always just naturally funny, but you also got to respect the fact he preaches the truth and he has the balls to go out against the banking cartels and discuss we should hang the bankers over the decades. And he's done more for crypto, Bitcoin, and for our industry in preaching the truth than anyone else. I think, in my opinion, I'd say that the Keiser report was the greatest financial show to ever exist on international TV. And so much respect to Max and Stacy for creating the Keiser report and introducing Bitcoin internationally through the show all the way back in 2011. I mean, yes, 100% he's a fraud, this fake Toshi. He's all in on the lie. Can't go back now. Pretty much, Johnny Rico. I think Nipsey's giving us a buy signal. Look at that. When he does that, like, you know what I mean? You paying attention here, guys? 100% says May 5-star. I really want to hear what you have to say about fake Michael Saylor commercials. Sure. So the AI generated Michael Saylors all over the tube. Saylor himself says he has to report 90 of them a day. So there's probably thousands of them, and it's probably impossible, in my opinion, for YouTube to crack down on it because the hackers obviously game the system. They figured it out, and they get all the traffic. I'm live right now in the flesh, preaching the holy gospel. Been doing this for 6 years straight. This is episode 1543. There's only 411 people on the stream. You do the fake AI Saylor giveaway, you'll have 10,000 people on the stream in 10 minutes, and everyone starts sending in their Bitcoin so they can get double back from Saylor. Obviously, it's a scam. Never fall for it. Also, in the comments section, it goes for all social media and all influencers, not just speaking on my own behalf, but never fall for the imposters. It's an easy way to deceive the people. They pretend to be the influencer. And it even goes on my channel. If you go to the comments section, there'll probably be hundreds of scam accounts that are going to pretend to be the real crypto news alerts. I will never personally reach out to anybody. I would never ask anybody to send me crypto. The only time is during my live show. If you wanted to send a donation, I have addresses in the description, but I will never personally reach out to anybody and ask you to send me crypto or say, hey, I got this great investment idea. Never, ever. So 100% of the time, that's going to be a scam. And I'm speaking on all behalf of all influencers. Michael Saylor will never reach out to you. He'll never send you back double what you send him because he's never going to receive anything because those are imposters. It goes for everyone. Even the XRP gang, Brad Garlinghouse deep fakes. It goes for all of it. So don't fall victim, family. Why don't scammers just buy Bitcoin and hodl? They probably do, but I think they're full-time scammers because obviously it's working and it's so easy to scam people. Maybe a lot of the scammers are potentially out of China and India and jurisdictions where the governments here can't do anything about it and they get away with it. It's sad. So we got to just educate people not to fall victim for the too good to be true sales pitches. Yes, give me 1 Bitcoin, I'll give you 2 back. Because, yeah, that's fake. Trust no one. Cover your butt. 100. God bless you. Thank you, JV. Cheers, Serge. Appreciate it. Everybody put your paws in the air. In 47 minutes, strategy. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to get the announcement for the fourth quarter 2023 financial results. I wonder how much more Bitcoin they added to their balance sheet. Nigeria. Yeah, a lot of scams out of there, but also a lot of legitimacy out of Nigeria too. Got to respect them. They're big into crypto and their people need crypto because of their currency. There's trolls in here, of course. If there were no trolls, then I'm not doing my job because the larger your channel gets, unfortunately, the more trolls like to hang out and try to suck attention out of the channel. You know what I mean? And I don't mind them personally as long as they're respectful to y'all. You know, if you show disrespect to my fam, that's it. Make me sick thinking of these scammers. Man, just imagine how much Bitcoin these scammers are getting on a daily basis. Probably tens of thousands of Bitcoin for all we know. I'm just speculating, but it's crazy, man. Exactly, Warkus. Give me 2 Bitcoin first, then I'll send you mine. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. Yeah, never fall for that. Never worked back then. It's not going to work now. But anyways, I digress. Happy 420. We got 420 people on the stream. Pump the likes, pump the stream. And let's move on to our next story of the day, shall we? Let's discuss Bitcoin all-time highs. We want to discuss all-time highs. The headline reads, 3 Bitcoin price forecasts calling new all-time highs in 2024. 130,000 before the year is out. Yay or nay? Let me know in the live chat. The timing for Bitcoin price discovery varies considerably amongst the popular forecasters. We have Alan Terregrade, who focuses on 130 Gs, nearly double the current all-time high, sitting right before the end of 2024. Now, personally, let's do it. 2x, easy peasy, in my opinion. I think that's actually a great target for this year. What do you guys think, family? Uploading a chart on X, he described a so-called cup and handle pattern playing out on the weekly chart. What if Bitcoin breaks this cup and handle pattern near the date of the halving? The target for this pattern is 138,000. A complete 2x from the all-time high would be 138,000, right? 69 times 2. Now, in other words, it is the last opportunity for accumulation in these 2 months before it sends above 100,000. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts. What about 280,000 post-halving? Let's discuss it. Those willing to wait longer for a cycle top, I also humbly believe it'll happen in 2025. What do you guys think? Put 2024 if you think cycle peak for the cycle in 2024, or if you think 2025, put 2025 in that live chat. For Charles Edwards, the Capriole Investments, he shares the path leads to over $250,000 per coin in 2025. If Bitcoin's post-halving returns are the same as 2020, we are looking at 280,000 Bitcoin next year. Edwards touched on the common narrative involving Bitcoin's 4-year cycle price cycles. This states that each successive cycle peak will be less extreme than the previous due to the Bitcoin maturing as an asset, with the volatility decreasing permanently. So in his eyes, even the 2020 breakout, which took Bitcoin from 10,000 in September to 58,000 just 7 months later, did not show Bitcoin at full power. You might reasonably argue the cycle's returns are less than 2020. However, I believe the 2020 cycle performance was metacore and an outlier. So there you go. I mean, I feel we can have a big run up potentially like we had in 2016, 2017. What are your thoughts on that? Some say the 2012, 2013 halving, because we're in unprecedented times where there is literally massive FOMO at the institutional level. This clearly didn't exist in the previous halvings. Now, he also shared that it's worth mentioning that none of the prior halvings have ever been priced in. So I'm expecting multi-100% returns to continue here as well. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts. Now, no time left until 64,000 run. Some of the boldest Bitcoin price demands involve all-time highs nearing that same time of the halving itself. While some believe the Bitcoin will continue to slip from the current levels into the event, we have Freddy Krueger sees a price transformation on Elm Street coming much sooner than many expect. Now, Krueger laid out the case for all-time highs within the next 30 to 60 days. Wow. Now, could you imagine that? Leading up to the halving, smashing the all-time high. Let's go. Quitting Amir. Over the next 30 to 60 days, there are 20 to 40 trading sessions. I would bet this results in between 4 and 6 billion in new US dollars and inflows. He also says that the market cap at 850 billion, it is pretty easy to see this could move the market 50% or to 64,000, basically an all-time high. So there you have it. Crypto fam, let me know if you agree or disagree with those analysts. And let's check out some more of the chat. Then we're going to dive into the latest and newest from Cathie Wood, every broski's favorite here. Make some noise for Cathie Wood. And then we'll dive into our feature story of the day from Max Keiser and discuss Bitcoin being seized by the US government. And then we'll do a live Q&A session. Let's go. I don't know what's higher, my Bitcoin account or me. You got to match it, family. I mean, now if you're smoking 7-gram blunts, I mean, your portfolio should be way up there as well. You know what I mean? How much Bitcoin does the U.S. government hold? I wonder. Quite a lot from confiscation. I don't have the exact number in front of me. If anyone can pull that up as a result of Silk Road and all the confiscated Bitcoin over the years. But I have a feeling that, you know, BlackRock and U.S. government are one and the same. So as long as BlackRock keeps accumulating at this pace, it's safe to say that's the U.S. government's Bitcoin. What do you guys think? 1.5 plus institutional adoption equals 250,000 2024. Send it. Blessings, JV. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. Appreciate that, John. There's no second best.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Second best? Are you guys crazy? How can you even entertain that concept? 420, you already know, Corey. Wow, wood is good. Ooh, yeah, wood is good. JV on the airwaves in West Virginia. Cheers, Oto Man. Appreciate you. Let's go. Reginald, welcome. USA holds 200,000. Whoa, 200,000 biddies. Now, if they were smart, they'd already be holding, millions, but they kind of came late to the party. I just read a Bitcoin roll-up open source was released. Nice. Nicey nice. I like. My little Borat accent for you guys. Freddie G. Let's go. Become a member of the channel. That's right. All members get perks, which include that sexy badge next to your name and honorable mentions in the chat, just like Robbie Kaiser and Crypto Surge and Mr. Bone Daddy and Yaheem Stone. USA Hold. I appreciate the insights there, Yaheem. Cathie Wood gets me in the mood, if you know what I mean, says Surge. Let's go, Steven. February 11th, let's go. That's right. Birthday. Let's get it. Right around the corner. I'm waiting for the Tucker Putin interview. Oh, yeah. Tucker was just interviewing Putin. That's interesting. Now, did Putin come to the States? Or I would imagine Tucker went to Russia to visit the Kremlin. 420 somewhere? Always. That's right. 7 grams. My God. Yeah, there's like a rap verse I listened to from Burner from the Gotti album. And he's like, 6 gram blunts, got my vision all blurry. And then one day on the show, I mentioned 6, and someone's like, no, you got to do 8. And so that's kind of where that came from. And so we always reference 7 gram blunts now. 8 grams, 7 grams. Sounds better than 6, but. Tucker went to Russia. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's going to blow up. Probably going to get hundreds of millions of views. Do you think he mentioned Bitcoin? That'd be pretty lit, but I doubt it. I don't know. He has like interviewed Malay and so many proponents of Bitcoin. Saylor, Max Keiser, I think even Bukele. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did Tucker do an interview with Bukele too? Tucker's the man. USA has around 215,000 biddies. China holds 190,000 coins. Rookie numbers. Larry Fink will have frickin' 2 million Bitcoin before you know it. And then it will be in the U.S. government's possession. What do you guys think? JV, got to play Cyberpunk 2077, especially if you like Grand Theft Auto. It shows you the future and corporations rule everything. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I take it it's a video game for the PlayStation, PS5. Just don't drink the wood bathwater. Ooh, and knock JV on his. Yeah, I was MIA for 2 days. I'll never drink Cathie Wood's bathwater ever again, or inhale the fart jars. Just not happening. I don't care how much they pay me, how much you guys, put the peer pressure on me. It's not happening. GTA 5. Is that out already? I know a guy who did 30 milligrams of edibles and ended up going to the ER. God, you'd think you just fall asleep, but apparently not. They definitely talk BRICS. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, the BRICS movement, the de-dollarization of the dollar. But anyways, fam, it's getting dark, so I got to get to the next story. We got 2 more stories to share. Here's the latest from Cathie Wood, and yes, please don't drink Cathie Wood's bathwater. You'll learn your lesson. Anyways, here's the latest from Cathie Wood. The headline reads, Substitution, a goal for Bitcoin, is now underway. Investors have started to move from gold to Bitcoin after the launch of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, according to the CEO of ARK Invest. Quoting her here, relative to gold, Bitcoin has been rising. There is now a substitution into Bitcoin, and we think it is going to continue now that there is a less friction-filled way to access Bitcoin, says Cathie Wood in a February 4th chat, I guess that was 2 days ago, with Chief Futurist Brett Winton on the YouTube channel. And here you can see the Bitcoin to gold logarithmic chart showed by ARK Invest. Now, like gold, Wood expects Bitcoin to prove itself as a risk-off asset when the banking sector shows signs of weakness. The ARK Invest CEO said the market saw the first hand in March of 2023 when the U.S. experienced a regional banking crisis. Y'all remember that, leading the Bitcoin price to shoot up 40%. Like it ain't no thing. As shared here, the regional bank index was imploding, and here again, the regional bank index is acting up. This idea that it's a flight to quality or a flight to safety is reasserting itself here. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. In a recent analysis by Fidelity, showed Bitcoin's correlation with gold increased in 2023 and decoupled from the previous inverse relationship with interest rates despite the global rates increasing worldwide. The 1-year rolling correlation between Bitcoin and gold currently sits at 0.8 according to longer trends, which is the highest it has ever been. And regarding the spot Bitcoin ETF launch, Wood said she wasn't surprised by the price correction, which saw Bitcoin fall 20% from 48.5 a few hours after the launch to 38.7 on January 24th, according to CoinGecko. Prior to the launch, Wood predicted the launch would induce a sell on the news event. And for once in his life, Jim Cramer was actually right. However, she noted that 15 million of the 19.5 million Bitcoin currently in circulation haven't moved in 155 days and thus remain in strong hands, which could indicate that most of the Bitcoin hodlers are taking the longer term outlook. That's what's up. Again, shout out to my diamond hands. Wood's firm was one of the 10 ETF issuers that launched a spot Bitcoin ETF January 11th, named the ARK21 Bitcoin Shares ETF. The ARK21 Shares ETF is holding 705 million in Bitcoin after trading hours closed last week. And BitMEX research data shows only Grayscale's GBTC, BlackRock, iBits, Fidelity, and FBTC products hold more than that when it comes to Bitcoin. ARK Invest also became a big buyer of crypto exchange Coinbase stock in February of 2022, currently holds 7.187 million shares worth 843 million across several ETFs, according to data from ARK. Now, the firm has, however, been selling their Coinbase stock rigorously since June 7th of last year, when it held 11.43 million shares. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts on the latest from Cathie Wood. And do you think Bitcoin's market cap will likely overtake that of the precious metal, gold? And where is that gold market cap now floating around? We at 14 trillion, 13, 12 trillion? Let me know, family, because the Bitcoin market cap is probably still in the 800 billion range. So we have a whiles to go, but many are predicting and anticipating by the time Bitcoin overtakes that gold market cap, we can expect a $500,000 Bitcoin price. Easy peasy. What are your thoughts on that? And I think it was the Winklevoss twins that made the case for a $500,000 Bitcoin. This was many years back, and that was one of their big arguments, that Bitcoin was going to overtake gold because it's the superior version. And as Max says, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Your thoughts on that? Let me know. Orange Pill the kids with the the Turtle Twin cartoons. What's the Turtle Twins? I'm out of the loop because my kid is now about to be 10 years old in a few days. So it's all about Roblox. Her ETF is down 71% and lost investors $14 billion. For real, what caused her ETF to go down so much? You know, Cathie would probably watch this every now and then. It would be hilarious if she's actually laughing behind the scenes, listening to us talk about drinking her bathwater and all the crazy jokes you guys come up with on a daily basis, every show. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so 13.8 trillion for the precious metal as of yesterday. Thank you, Jennifer. So yeah, we got a whiles to go. So we need to like 15, 20x Bitcoin to catch up. So you already know it's going to happen. The question, when? I am bullish for Cathie Wood and the 100K party. 100K, let's go. Pump the likes to pump the stream, family. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day, but I need more support. We need to get 400 people back on because we only had 392. And yeah, I'm insulted. Why'd you guys hop off the stream when we were talking about Cathie? I thought we talked about Cathie and we pump. You know what I mean? Solana network down again, I heard. No, that's kind of scary. What happens when the network goes down? Do investors lose money? Like, does it crash? What's the effects of it? I'm curious. And how long was it down? A millisecond? Or was it down for a significant amount of time? Curious if you guys know, because I don't know. That's why I asked. Can you pump it up? I think I can. I think I can.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Yeah, she is the real Bitcoin queen. Much respect to Cathie. One of the smartest women in the financial markets. 100%. I'm still up for adoption. Casey. Yo, what up? Man, I want Max Keiser to adopt me. I think I'm worthy. Cardano's network might be next. Are you talking about going down? Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. I'll be there at the 100K party. What do we need to bring besides good vibes? Man. Your Bitcoin wallet. So when we go on our yacht, I'm not saying we're renting a yacht, but if we did, you already know. Nice song. Please play it again. You got it.
You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know?
It's like such a goofy song, but it's hilarious. Yeah, going down. You already know, fam. But anyways, before it gets pitch dark in my room, because we're losing sunlight over here, let's now dive into our featured story of the day and discuss the U.S. government seizing all the Bitcoin through the Bitcoin ETF. As I shared with you earlier, BlackRock and Fidelity now collectively own over 138,000 BTC. Took them 3 weeks. Is the ultimate plan for them to accumulate mass Bitcoin only for the U.S. government to seize it in the name of national security? Let's discuss it, because according to Max Keiser, that's precisely the plan of the U.S. government. So here you go, quoting the high priest: "You are not protected against government seizure, and the U.S. government plans to seize all the Bitcoin ETF Bitcoin in the interest of national security." If you think they could do that and would do that, let me know your thoughts, fam, in that live chat. He says it right here. Here's how he outlines it. Number one, the government seizes the ETF for the name of national security. Number two, before they send you your US dollars, or it would be a CBDC equivalent, depending upon the time, right? Number three, the price moves up 100,000. And number four, you pay tax on the gain from the payout. And with what's left, you buy Bitcoin at a price 100,000 higher. Then the price crashes, number five. And number six, you're now sitting on a net losing position from where you started. That's right. I'm going to read you a couple of more tweets, and then we're going to dive into this article. So yeah, next tweet says, and actually that's kind of what I just read to you. So here's another one. He also predicts the global total amount of financial instruments on planet Earth is roughly $400 trillion. This is when he did the Jimmy Dore interview, FYI. If you missed it, check it out. It was really lit. So Bitcoin would capture a percentage of that. We're talking a $1 to $2 million Bitcoin price. Let me know if you can see that in the future. Bitcoin realistically hitting between 1 to 2 million per coin. I know it's inevitable and only a matter of time, but I want to know your thoughts, family. So this headline reads, Bitcoin Maxi raises doubt of government seizure, a Bitcoin ETF. That's right. Bitcoin advocate Max Keiser, the high priest and right hand to Bukele, the head advisor over there for Bitcoin for the people of El Salvador. And shout out to Bukele, who just got reelected for another 5-year term. Much respect. He asserts that the hodlers of the Bitcoin ETF are not safeguarded against potential government seizure. Max alleges that the U.S. government has intentions to confiscate all the Bitcoin held within the ETFs, citing national security interests as the driving force behind such a move. Now, how would that look like? In my opinion, it could be as simple as Joe Biden writing an executive order in the name of national security, and because Bitcoin is a direct threat to the US dollar and it undermines the US dollar, therefore we're going to confiscate all of the Bitcoin from Coinbase's custody out of the hands of BlackRock so that we, the US government, can control this Bitcoin. But don't worry, folks, we're going to give you the CBDC or US dollar equivalent, and you're going to be so blessed. Don't worry, we're just going to kidnap all of the Bitcoin and give you the dollars. Hey, what do you think? How do you like my Biden impersonate? That's if he could actually talk, but anyways, I digress. So anyways, he cited an expert from Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund Form S1 registration statement that the U.S. federal regulator can force the trust to liquidate the Bitcoin of seize, impound, and restrict access to the trust assets. 100% they can do that. And let's not forget the 1933 Gold Seizure Act. They're capable of confiscating your wealth, and if they have the power to do so, I think they would exercise it. What do you think, family? Keiser argues that this would be very much against the decentralized nature of Bitcoin. Note that the spot Bitcoin ETF issues shares against the physical Bitcoin purchases. That's right. However, it remains with the designated custodians, and unlike the self-custody, and as you know, not your coins, not your keys, not your coins, not your cheese, not your keys. And please say no to Mickey D's. Recently, the SEC veteran also criticized the Bitcoin ETF applicants while referring to them as opportunists and quoting Alex Talk tweets here. Not likely, but not out of the realm of possibility if you read the fine print. And again, it's in the fine print that they can seize it, family. This excerpt from the Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund Form S1 registration statement: seizes, impounds, restricts access are outcomes we want to protect our wealth from. Real Bitcoin is superior, and you only have the real Bitcoin if you're holding the underlying asset, for example, in self-custody. So as Max says here, you are not protected against government seizure, and the U.S. government plans to seize all the Bitcoin ETF Bitcoin in the interest of national security. Now, Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyfarth noted, however outlandish the prospect of this may be, in my opinion, it is the first criticism of Bitcoin ETFs that I have seen from Max in recent days that I guess is technically true. 100% there, family. Now, Safeheart added that one should refrain from investing in Bitcoin ETF if they have concerns about the government seizure or want to hedge against societal collapse. So that's right. And let me break it down in layman terms. If you trust your US government and you don't care to self-custody and you don't want the responsibility and you don't care about holding the underlying asset because you love your government so much, I think an ETF could be a great vehicle for you. Now, if you distrust your government, right? You trust nobody and you want to verify everything and you want to hold the underlying asset, then it's not even a comparison. It's not even a question, right? Because Bitcoin ETF is not equivalent to self-custodied Bitcoin. So choose your weapon wisely because it could make all the world of difference for you and your family for generations to come, right? So the choice is yours. At the end of the day, it's a decision you got to make. There's been a discussion about whether the Bitcoin ETF would be able to garner the same enthusiasm as the gold ETFs. Now, in my personal opinion, I think clearly it's already breaking all records as far as the inflows go, but unfortunately GBTC dumping and the FTX estate, that debacle dumped massive shares as well. Unfortunately, there was a lot of outflows, but I think with the supply shock incoming, with the halving and the demand already being 10x the supply, and it's about to hit 20x after the halving in roughly 60 days, I think a genuine supply shock is incoming and there's no avoiding it, in my humble opinion. And that's not even taking into consideration sovereign wealth fund adoption and nation state adoption, and the list goes on and on. You know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts on that. And there was another actual interview he did on Wired recently entitled "Why Crypto Ideologues Won't Touch Bitcoin ETFs." The arrival of spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US offers easy access to the masses. Purists will steer clear. That's right, because people who understand Bitcoin don't want the fake thing. We want the real thing. And the real thing is you just self-custody your Bitcoin. So I'm not going to read you the article or the interview, but it's very good. And I highly encourage you guys to check it out. Support Max Keiser, the one and only high priest of Bitcoin. Shout out Max, Stacy, El Salvador. Also, I got to point out, now, Bitcoin game theory is in full effect in many different facets. One of them is the ETFs. We got 11 ETFs already approved in the United States early January, about a month ago. It's crushing right now. I shared earlier, BlackRock, Fidelity already collectively hold 130,000 plus BTC. It took them like 3 weeks. Now, there's going to be competition coming out of Hong Kong. We've discussed this on the show. They already have the first applicant, and they're looking to obviously launch their first ETF. They don't want to be left behind. That's pretty big for the Asian markets. We also have El Salvador. Max already blew the whistle, saying we're going to be launching in El Salvador. Bitcoin ETF spot, unlike anything else you've ever seen, and unlike any of the ETFs currently exist in the United States. The drastic difference, Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out. Because with the ETF, everything is being done with the USD equivalents. And like I said, could the master plan of the US government seize all of those biddies after BlackRock and Fidelity and all the asset managers continue to do their bidding? Let me know your honest thoughts. Now let's dive into some live Q&A. RT News back 2013 is what is due. Yes. Why would you have thought paper Bitcoin would be risky, right? What could go wrong? Yes, we are going to 1 million a coin. We only need a sat to go to a penny, and you have 1 million Bitcoin. That's right. So everyone here should already be a Satoshi millionaire because it's inexpensive to do so. And eventually those Satoshis could be pennies or even dollars, especially hypothetically speaking, if Bitcoin were to become a world reserve currency. Let me know your thoughts. Tim's Crypto, what it do? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hey, JV's mom is in the background. Hi, JV's mom. Thank you, KJam. For national security, where did I hear this before? Sounds sus, JV, don't it? Things that make you go, Yeah, the Bitcoin remaining in cold storage would soar precisely. So that's the silver lining. The government seizes all the Bitcoin ETF BTC and self-custodied Bitcoin through the roof to the moon. God candle, Omega candle, Allah candle, Buddha candle. What up, JB? What up, Erico? Fresh. MicroStrategy acquired an additional 850 Bitcoin for 37 mil. Now holds 190,000 Bitcoin. I guess they just released their report for the fourth quarter. That's what's up. Thank you, Fresh. Congratulations, MicroStrategy. That's a big deal. They already own roughly 1% of the circulating Bitcoin supply, and it's one company, which happened to be the first publicly traded company to put those biddies on the balance sheet. You're too funny, Mr. Bone Daddy. These guys. Cold storage, your biddies. Yes. Don't feel like a bull run is incoming. Anybody think so? what are you supposed to feel like when it's coming? Like, serious? It's coming. We have a halving roughly 70 days out, right? So it doesn't mean we're going to hit the all-time high any day soon, but it means post-halving, we're very probably going to return to all-time highs, enter price discovery mode, potentially hit $100,000 this year. If that doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. Krishna candle. Now we're talking. 13-year bull run, fam. Yeah, 15-year bull run. Send it. Another 15 years. Why not? Global manipulation is at play. Whoever hold thy Bitcoin and goes the distance and does not sell thy Bitcoin will see the biggest profits that the world markets have ever seen. Preach, Spycraft. Very well said. And I hope you guys don't mind me paraphrasing your your comments. It helps entertain myself. So sometimes I switch words out. Hong Kong is declining as the Asian financial capital. China has been seizing foreign assets in bankruptcies. Chinese investors are repaid. Foreign not. Singapore is ascendant. I appreciate the insight, Silas. Why would you want to put your money with BlackRock? No, why would you want to give your money to BlackRock? A squirt to the face. What Michael said. JV wrap my Bitcoin with BNB because of the fees. Is MT wrap Bitcoin safe? I'll be quite honest with you. I don't really know much about it, so I'm not going to pretend to know. If you guys have insights on the wrap Bitcoin, let me know. Is it still the same as the underlying asset, or is it something different? Because are you giving them Bitcoin and then you get the wrap version, which is an artificial version, or do you still have the real version? I don't know. I don't deal with wrap Bitcoin. But it's a good question. If you guys know, let me know. I'll read the answers out loud. Bill Allen, Bitcoin ETF confiscation would bring about the total destruction of the entire ETF investment vehicle category, causing a major market crash, and all the asset categories won't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm not wishing for that to happen, but I'm saying know thy enemy and how evil some of these asset managers are, colluding with these evil forces within the GOVTs, if you know what I mean. How could Bitcoiners borrow against their Bitcoin without an ETF? Eventually, every major bank, you'll be able to borrow against your Bitcoin because it's pristine collateral. I know that don't exist yet, but I do personally believe now that the Bitcoin ETFs recognize, ultimately, it's like the world recognizing Bitcoin as an asset class. So I think that's what's going to come next. I think every major bank, including JP Morgan Chase, will say, yeah, we want your Bitcoin. It's pristine collateral, of course, and you'll be able to borrow against it. There's also protocols that are decentralized that allow you to do that already, like Aave. Now, there were companies like Celsius and BlockFi where you can borrow against your Bitcoin, but they're no longer here. They filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it will become mainstream now that Bitcoin is officially recognized as an asset class. What are your thoughts? That's why China can suddenly get almost no foreign investment exactly when they're needing it the most. Jenny. I love you, Jenny. Are we talking about Jenny from the block? What are we talking about here? Oh, Jennifer Conkright. Here we go. The FUD on January 10th caused all of the price suppression. Word. Yeah, I mean, it's not more than FUD at the end of the day. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And Nipsey says buy the dip right now. You see that? He just put his paws in the air. Yep, and we're pumping. He knows his ish. I'm going to research it today, says Casey. It's warming up. BTC. Security gadgets. Next big coin is XRP. Sure trade to profit, but only stack more BTC. Stay focused, man. Word Spycraft. I'm sure it was Celsius who offered crypto loans against assets. Didn't go well for them. Yeah, unfortunately it didn't. It did not. It's also very risky. You got to consider whenever you're giving Bitcoin for a loan, you're typically going to have to give double the amount that you want to borrow. So hypothetically speaking, you want to borrow $100,000, you're going to have to give $200,000 worth of collateral. Why? Bitcoin is very volatile. So that's risky to the lender. So in case Bitcoin price drops significantly, they have to have enough to cover their losses to sell it. And you can get a margin call. What is that? That means the price drops so significantly that you got to add more collateral. And if you don't, you get liquidated. What happens when you get liquidated? They take all of your collateral. So this is a real world risk with borrowing against your Bitcoin. So if you ever borrow, just like borrowing money from the bank, don't take a loan if you're unwilling to pay it back or if you're not capable of paying it back. So in the case with Bitcoin, you better make sure you can pay back your loan some way, somehow, so you can get your collateral back. Just wise words, telling you from firsthand experience, by the way. JV, I need help, to be honest. I suck at trading, and I have an auto sell executed at 39, originally bought at 45. I'll be honest, I'm not a trading expert, and I don't understand what the question is. I don't really do the buy and sell orders. If I want to buy, I'm like a simpleton. If I want to buy the dip, I just buy it. I don't set targets and hopefully it hits this. If it does that, I'll do this. It's just like if I want more, I get more. Listen to Chris Records raps. Yeah, man, Records the man. I've actually known Record probably for over 10 years. We worked together in previous ventures, including his own. Feel better on Matrix. When to buy in again. Every day, Laura. It's going up forever, Laura. Yo, what up, Raven? What did it do? We still got 420 people on the stream. Happy 420. Let's go. But anyways, family, I've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to continue, but we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the show. You know where that's exclusively broadcasted? Rumble. For those that don't know, I stream simultaneous on 2 platforms each and every day. It's on YouTube and Rumble. The YouTube stream is about to end, but I will continue with the uncensored version of the show until the darkness, as it's getting dark out here in Puerto Rico. In fact, I think I have to turn the light on in the room. It's getting real. Whoa. And then the Lord said, let there be light. Let there be Bitcoin. And now it's like I got to refocus the settings on my camera. Let's see here. Now that I changed the lighting, refocus, man. It just don't look good with artificial lighting. Natural lighting's so much sexier. But anyways, head on over to Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also always find the link in the description below the video, or simply type in or go to Rumble and type in Crypto News Alerts, and we'll continue and we'll have some good chat over there. Hope to see you there. And I'll be back on the tube at 9 p.m. Eastern for the premiere, which is the edited version of the show. I had a lot of fun today, so I appreciate you guys. Shout out Steven Diaz. Remember, stack. That's right. Let's go. Let these Wall Street mofos know we outside. Yes. Preach. Very well said. And we'll end it on that. I appreciate you guys on the tube. Head on over to Rumble and let's continue with the uncensored version of the show. JV out. YouTube deuces. All right. We're going to continue with the Rumble stream, family.